A tutti, ciao ragazzi, ed eccoci qui con Sam e Davide che ci presenteranno The Ingredients of a Crypto Founder. Un applauso per favore.
Ale, ci siamo. E lo speech sarà in inglese, quindi non ci fischiate troppo.
Oh no.
Grazie, grazie. Ok. Let's switch up the language for a minute. Okay, thank you. Welcome everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hosting us at Control Shift. My name is Sam. He's Davide. We have a podcast here in Italy. It's called 2140, which is theoretically the year in which they will mine the last Satoshi for Bitcoin, blah, blah, blah. We wanted to kind of not have a podcast called Crypto Podcast. You know, it's not that original.
So two white boys with a podcast. Yeah.
Two white boys with a podcast, basically. And today we're going to be speaking about basically our journey from being people with a podcast to actually being people with a project and what that meant for us. And we don't want to be like the usual founders, like the billionaires, the tech bros. We would like to bring a project in which real people with real adversity, etc., build something. So
of
that's
course,
kind
of course. And everybody knows that the character of a crypto founders is very, very peculiar. We know really influential people which took over pretty much the whole internet a few years back, being crypto founders. And surely we don't want to be like them. We're not gonna,
no names, no names mentioned.
No names. We don't want to be like that. We try to be different and bring the content and bring our story, what we do ourselves, out there in a really different way, which is pretty much what we have done until today with 2140 Podcast, which, you may call it unusual. Or
For sure.
Take it over.
Okay, so what we tried to do is actually put together like specific ingredients. So what is it that takes someone that simply is in crypto and maybe appreciates the space and makes them into an actual founder? A founder means basically someone that has an idea, executes it, and kind of makes something happen, which is something that, thanks to crypto, is basically in reach for everyone. So I think we can talk about the first ingredient as well.
Yeah, because obviously, as chefs ourselves, we're gonna tell you about the perfect recipe in order to become a crypto founder. Do you want to hear more about that? Yeah, okay.
Let's go.
So, as we said before, we're another white boy with a podcast.
That's
Two
us.
white boys. That's us, totally us. You know the meme, you're pretty young. If you don't know, don't say it, and we're going to assume that you know it.
Yes.
You can go.
So we put together 4 things that kind of recap our journey throughout the last, I think, 6 years, because we've been in crypto since late 2019, early 2020, which kind of coincides with the pandemic and the early bull run, altcoin season, and all these things that kind of put together the space as we know it today. And everyone here is kind of in the process, I think, of relearning crypto, because it's not an altcoin season space anymore. As we can see, it's not a meme coin space anymore. It's really a builder-first space. And I think Control Shift, the hackathons, everything kind of really makes that apparent. So the first thing is obviously ambition. Not in a Wolf of Wall Street kind of let's make a lot of money and forget about everything kind of way.
Yeah, that's for the gurus on TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah, but more of like an ambition personally about doing something more in a space where, sure, you can have the average experience, you can kind of go to conferences, you can make some content, you can do whatever, but you really need a driver to kind of want to put yourself and something about yourself there, and it lasts. So for us personally, it also started from wanting to have like a footprint that actually stays there, and that's mainly what ambition was about.
Yeah, and that's also thanks to our media presence that we have built up through the years. So we started at, investors, individuals, people who really want to say something about make their voice being heard when it comes to crypto market, but also for financial independence in a way more like personal finance. Yep. Then also we added a few more verticals like geopolitics and all the stuff you can think of, macroeconomics. And that helped us a lot, I would say, in getting to know more people. And I'm not talking about just the people that follow us pretty much every day, that support us, but also founders, also communities, also projects. And we came up with an idea, thanks to pretty much every connection we've had. And our idea was to bring a new type of content on the socials. So the main social that we used at that time was YouTube, X, and Instagram, and that's pretty much the same as for now. So we came up with an idea to do something pretty groundbreaking, I would say. And wanna tell the guys what's that?
Yeah, of course. Like the idea was something that wasn't born to be a startup, wasn't born to be a project. We found that we tried ever since basically 2020, 2021 to have an idea that could be a business. But I think that's the wrong way to approach it, at least in our experience. Like we actually achieved this thing that's kind of being born and will probably be something cool, hopefully, from basically wanting to do something cool for our socials. So we had the ambition to leave something there. So with the podcast, we have, I think, 3 years of episodes, which is already super cool. We had, the media presence to kind of talk to people, to workshop the idea, and some of them are here as well, to kind of give us feedback, tell us what sucks, what doesn't. And also we kind of had this idea to have fun. So we gathered up some KOLs, some influencers, and we thought, what is something that hasn't been done? And in Italy, as you know, like we have this Fantacalcio, which is obviously very, very popular. And we thought of basically bringing it to crypto to just play on live stream. So crypto KOLs are the coaches. You choose a token team, you compete in a league, and you win a prize. And we didn't do that to kind of make it become this. We had no idea of what would come. But after speaking with people, getting feedback from already like founders, people that represented exchanges, we thought, okay, like this can actually be viable. And we started from there. But it was basically reverse engineering without even knowing what we were doing initially.
Yeah, totally. Sure. And let me tell you, adversities are literally what a crypto founder, in our opinion, needs in order to succeed. Because, that way you know how to handle things when they do not go the way you expect them to go. And that really, really helped us a lot into basically achieving what we're telling you today. So let's keep going.
Yeah. As you can see, like a little bit more details here on ambition, like we entered crypto together. So as you can see, we're two bald white guys. And not only we look like kind of this weird symbiotic relationship kind of deal because we have the same look. I'm balder, he's got more tattoos, but more or less that's the same. We also entered crypto together because we live like 10 minutes apart from each other. And then we experienced that first bull run, which I don't know who here, raise your hands, was in crypto in 2020, 2021. Okay, so there's some survivors, I think, left. And it was like a year of insanity.
You can recognize them. Are those like without a smile?
Yes.
Without any energy left in their eyes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So as you can recall, probably it was basically a year of madness, like 100x on everything, 10x, altcoin season, Cardano being listed on Coinbase, all these incredible things. And then it just came crashing down. And when it came crashing down, both me and him, we basically lost all of our first bull run gains, and we had to start from scratch. So we found ourselves in this situation in 2022. And in 2022, I think all of us remember a lot of people took a break from crypto because it was like too much. FTX, Luna, it was just getting too much. Bitcoin was at, I think, 20K, 15K. So that's leaving you, yes, that's us in 2022, running away from the Quan from Terra Luna. It's a real image. So we just thought of doing something that doesn't depend on investment or doesn't depend on money, that can always be rebuilt, but to do something that actually gives you a purpose. And in a moment in which it was really difficult, we started 2140, and they really gave us an occasion to do two things. The first one was get together as friends twice a week and just laugh. We just did our live streams, we laughed a lot, we had the best time ever. And also...
And we didn't have much viewers
because
of that.
Two viewers, more or less, for about 5 months. But we just did it together because it was fun, and this is the first episode ever, which, as you can see, has definitely some problems. So, yes, I look like a leader of Afghanistan.
I wasn't even talking to a microphone, and we had two viewers. One of them was my iPad.
Yes, so one viewer, really. And as you can see, like it wasn't the best, like, polished product or whatever. And yeah, it wasn't
our
that
beautiful
good.
logo.
It really wasn't that good. But the cool thing about crypto in Italy is that if you approach something without trying to sell something and shove people's, faces full of a product or whatever, just to actually do something cool, they will actually follow you. So slowly but surely it got better. And we got to actually a place where we were friendly with a lot of business developers, a lot of KOLs, and thanks to our, I could say, Gen Z, DGen approach, as a lot of you probably know, we had the chance to actually build human relationships and not like B2B e-commerce transactional things, which is very, very important.
We really do not resonate with, suit and tie. Hey, what are you doing today?
Business. Business. And that's when we actually had some time to think about the idea, because both of us are kind of more like driven people. We want to do something that actually makes us happy, fills up the hole that we all have inside, the existential hole. And we went in a lot of different directions, like individually. So for example, I wanted to do something with music tokenization, albums, NFTs, like that kind of tokenization wave. But like it just didn't click with me. I also spoke with some rappers, but it wasn't ready for sure.
And I also tried to find an excuse for my gambling addiction. So I tried reselling cards from Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, and so on. But it didn't go well. So we said, let's do something better.
Yeah. Let's try and do something together. And we landed on, I think it was 2023. An AI marketplace, which basically would have matched automatically buyers and sellers,
Services,
concentrated on Web3. But that didn't go well either, because it was just probably too early and we didn't really have the competences, we didn't know what we were doing. And that's when kind of we also had the fourth ingredient happen. So I don't know if you want to start on this.
Yeah, well, we had quite a few adversities. Me, myself, I've been hacked in March 2025. I was looking for a new job, then downloaded a file which I thought it was some kind of Zoom-like software, so to have a call. But the person I was talking to told me that we had to use that software because we would have had a Japanese professional joining us in order to review my position. And I've downloaded that because I was really
in a hurry, FOMO.
I was missing out.
Yes.
I had fear of missing out, so I instantly downloaded that, installed, tried to hop on a call, which didn't work, and ended up draining my whole wallet.
Yeah.
So that was not a beautiful experience, but after 2 years, back there, it was 1 year ago. After 2 years of having a podcast, having a community, and talking pretty much every day with people who support you and find value in what you said, I felt like I had to do something. So I stood up pretty much all night trying to script a video, editing and recording it the day after. And 2 days later, this accident, the video was up and it received a ton of engagement from the whole Italian community, thanks to all the people who contributed there. I see a few faces. Thank you, Bernardo. Yeah. But it was really, really, a breath of fresh air to see how the community, the Italian community, managed to get so close to do something together, showing support, showing love. And we said, damn, this is something we really have to work on. The feeling of having something to do together. Something to
rally around. Because I think it helps to put yourself in his position. I remember when I got the news, it was 6 p.m. on an afternoon, a random afternoon.
And I was shaking.
Yeah, and it was I just lost everything. Literally, one moment you're good, you're making your plans, you're running your podcast, and then you just lose all the money you have in crypto in one click. And I thought it would be over. To be honest, I thought he would not want to come back to the space because you do your first bull run, you make a load of money, and then you lose it all because of something. Then you kind of rebuild everything from scratch, you do your podcast, you're happy, and then you get drained. I really didn't think he would have that incentive to get back up. And the day after that, he already posted a video, a storytelling video with chapters, with editing, with everything. And that's when I think everything clicked. I realized that there's no real, we often think about the phrase it's not really important what happens to you. Salute, bless you. It's more important how you respond, how you react, how you get up. But sometimes life gives you something that you don't want to get up from. It's count me out and I'll just do something else. But if you just get up and you get punched and you get up and you just do that until you're dead, something will happen. And I think that's the proof. And that's when it clicked that we needed to do something different. And that's when we got like the real idea. Because after we did this Fanta Crypto initiative, which was basically with influencers like Luca Boiardi or Marco Costanza, Gaudenzio, who I don't know if he's here, but he's one of the organizers. We had a lot of cool feedback. We had over, I think, 1,500 viewers in a single live stream. That's mostly from the Crypto Gateway, obviously, to be honest. But we had a lot of different people coming up and saying, yo, I like that, that was cool. And a lot of different sponsors saying that. And when we heard the feedback from the sponsors, the only line was, we need a way to like let people play, because it's not that fun to kind of just watch someone play a game. You just want to play yourself. And that's when League.fun was born, which is basically fantasy sports translated to crypto. And the concept, we feel like it's pretty simple. So basically we saw pump fun, we saw leverage trading, we saw a lot of different things, which are very cool instruments. But some people in crypto have reached a point after 4, 5, 6 years, or after getting your first real beat down as a retail trader, that they want to like have fun in crypto, have fun with friends, have some stakes, but not like lose everything in one click. So we wanted to do something that doesn't have a rug pull risk, doesn't have a leverage risk, it doesn't have a 1 in a million odds of winning risk, and you can do with like moderate sums of money, basically.
And also, that does not depend on the market condition. Obviously, when it's a bull market, we would have more users, and when it's bear market, a little bit less. But you know, you're not, you're like equally incentivized in taking part in League.fun, even if the market is bullish or either bearish.
Yeah. And you know, the steps are simple. We already talked about that. You join a league, you pick 5 tokens. One of the tokens is the captain, because obviously it's a team and you're the coach. The captain is worth double, either in the red or in the green. And then you just play for the prize pool, which is, you know, if you've ever played a fantasy sport, you just get your friends together, you say, you know, let's do something. Let's bet that I know more about this Serie A or NBA about you and then you. You put together teams, you get a little money on it, because we all like stakes, we all like to compete and win. But, you know, you do it for fun. You don't do it to kind of change your life in a single bet. You don't do it to put stress on yourself. And that's something that we really struggle with as well, because when you're in crypto, you're usually in crypto because you have an internal ambition to kind of either do something for your family or do something for yourself, prove to yourself who you are. And if every time you move something in crypto, you have to kind of prove to yourself that you're worth something as a human, it's just not a functional model. Like you will crumble, you will crash and burn. This way, you can just have fun. And that's kind of where we want to, you know, put the focus on, without having fun with, you know, rug pulls like certain platforms. That's basically the concept. And we try to model it in this way. So basically, instead of having a top 3, like let's say 1,000 users and just 3 people take home the pie, it doesn't really depend on users. Like even if there's 10 people, there's 100 people, there's 10,000 people, 30% of the people just walk away with a win, and it can be an incredible win, like 10x in a space of 3 days, or it can be a 2x win if you're like the bottom of the pile. You know, in upcoming leagues, we try to work on that as well, reaching 50%. So you just need to be in the top half of players, and you take home a pretty cool 90% gain.
And this will just last 1 hour, so each hour you have the chance to do so.
Yeah.
So it's really, really something that might resonate with a lot of people. You know, also that game that you play on your phone when you have some spare time. We also had a different idea in mind at first. Because we want to make the leagues way longer. So we talked about 2 weeks, 1 week. But you know, in crypto, that's really a big amount of time.
Yeah, in football, it's like, okay, I can wait the entire Serie A season.
Yeah.
But in crypto, if after like a couple of days you don't have the result, you're just not going to be interested. So we changed that.
Yeah,
sure.
well, we have TikTok, we have Instagram. Our attention span is so little
10 seconds.
that we have to do something about that. So we decided to lower it down to 3 days and 1 hour for the upcoming leagues, and we're gonna talk about that soon.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, this is one thing that we wanted to focus on. So in crypto, we noticed even in ourselves that money and compulsion, so basically the need to do something, the need to prove yourself as an entire human being, the need to do something in a single trade, it's just basically become synonymous. Like every time someone leverage trades, like 9 times out of 10, they don't really do that to kind of create a cool little way to earn some more money. They do it because it's their life on the line and they need to get rich. And we really don't want to do that. Like,
Yeah, we want to build a trustless system where we take data directly from data providers. So there's no liquidity pool involved, nothing like that, which might get manipulated or attacked. Obviously, TVL is beautiful things when it comes to crypto products, but it's also a risk that has to be managed the best way possible. We have seen a few attacks now and then, so we really want to take every measure possible in order to make our users feel secure in our ecosystem and make them also like forget that they're interacting with the blockchain through a really super smooth experience.
Yeah, and initially, like the amount of money that you can spend on a single league is going to be capped at $100, and get down to even $20. So we don't really want people gambling too much. We really want to build something that just is the fantasy sports crypto version, like something that you can do with your community, something that you can do with your friends. Not when you get bored and you just, like sometimes you just need to play whatever, like a stakeless game with your community. It's just boring. But with something that you can actually put something on the line, but not something that changes your life in the negative. Like, that's not really what we're looking for. Obviously, we're going to take a fee on the transactions because otherwise there's no business model. But one thing that we're not going to do, at least like in the next, I think, couple of years, until we have like a clear idea, is a token. Because, when you launch a token, the token becomes your product. And if the token goes bad, and 99.99% of tokens in crypto go bad eventually, your product will go bad as well. So that's not something that we're interested in, and I don't think it's in the works for sure.
Of course. New products for who's familiar with airdrops and this whole new crypto narrative obviously are a super good marketing tool when it comes to acquiring users, but it's also a double-edged sword because obviously that gives you some kind of pressure and gives a clock to your project.
Yeah.
The clock relates to the token performance, and if your token performs bad, your project is shit for everybody.
Yes.
Doesn't matter
Absolutely.
if you're doing the best DeFi stuff out there, your project is shit if your token goes bad.
Yeah.
So we really do not need that as of right now. And we're going to consider introducing a token if there is a real need for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is where kind of we're at, and we're very, very lucky that doing the podcast we got to interface and interact with a lot of already like first-time founders. They did that already. First-time fundraisers, they did that already. So, for example, Aura, I don't know if you know, maybe we shouldn't say it in Naples, but the organizer of ETH Milan, Giorgio, he's a friend and he's also an advisor on the project. He has basically a cross like perp and prediction market platform on Hyperliquid, which is amazing. Like it's a very, very cool app, and he's helping us along the way. We also have cybersecurity partners in Hash Labs, who are based in Dubai and based around Italian figures, thankfully. Our very own Cobra, Leonardo, who a lot of people here have the chance to know. We also have stablecoin on-ramp and off-ramp partners on the institutional side, such as Noah, provided by Aurea. And also Hyproot and Limitless. Hyproot is obviously a bit more local project. It's backed by Tommaso Macchi and Leonardo, who are two Italian builders and friends. And also we have Limitless, which is the biggest prediction market on Base. They'll initially be our integration partner. And then when we start to introduce another couple of products that we have along the way, they will be very much interested in doing that as well. And we're pretty much in our invite-only launch, which means we're not going to open the floodgates. We're just going to have people try the product, test it, tell us what's wrong, tell us what's right, and also gradually scale up towards 100 users first, then 200, then 300, up to wherever it may take us.
Right now, we're gonna enter testing phase just in a few days, so stay tuned on our socials. You're gonna see the call to action to the social and the QR code in the last slide.
Yeah.
So we're gonna post updates there, and we're gonna start the private beta, onboard users, gather feedback. That's gonna be a super, super important phase, as we're gonna shape the final product through the feedback that our user gives us, because obviously League.fan has always been living into our big brains, big, small, you decide. But we're gonna shape it in a way that really matches the people that we're targeting.
Also, one last thing on the partners. We have the luck and the privilege of working with the Solana ecosystem here in Italy and also on the global side. So we're very, very honored that our, Solana Italy teammates will probably be involved and, will share some of the feedback that they will give us to make the platform better. And, there's probably a lot of exciting things coming on Solana as well. And actually now I think we have the trailer.
We have this, but since we have to move this into a PDF format, I don't know if you can.
Let's see, because
otherwise I will just connect my computer afterwards and do that.
Because our very own Davide here is not only a podcaster and a founder, he's also an actor now because we made a pretty cool trailer. I have the very much the luck of having a mother who is a radio speaker. So basically, she gave us a hand as well there. And we filmed something not with AI, not with like the usual animation for meme coins. We really wanted to do something that was real. So we hired a videographer and we filmed this. But I don't know if we can show this right now. So
I'm going to take my computer and do that from there.
Okay. So in the meantime, we'll just leave the QR code here. We'll also, in the meantime, remind you that the Solana track is starting literally in, I think, 20 minutes. So there's going to be some pretty cool stuff there. And we have some giveaways to kind of fulfill for you. As you know, there's the side event starting at 18:30 p.m. 19. And we're going to be going around the event. And whoever has the Jupiter mobile app will receive some merch. You can receive tickets for the boat party tomorrow here in Naples. You can receive a ticket for Breakpoint, which is the premier event in London for Solana. And you can also receive Solana Seeker, which is the Solana phone, brand new. It's still in the case, and that's what we're going to give away. Let's see if we can share the trailer now, so that we can then leave you in peace, and we can start the Solana track as well. There it is. Okay, awesome. Is that the audio? No, nothing. Technical difficulties. Otherwise, we'll just come round in each and every chair and show you with the computer. Yes? Yeah, let's try. It's the wrong version of the trailer. Okay, so this is the wrong version of the trailer. The final one will be on X because there's the voice and there's thank you.
We had to do so much stuff these days. We were running back and forth the whole time because we had to do something with the crypto gateway, Solana Italy. So
we were not satisfied with doing everything great. We had to remain like somehow degens and stupid, so we did this. But yes, the trailer will be live. We will probably be live very soon. Yeah. And feel free to follow us, follow the project, and we really, really thank you from the bottom of our hearts, like for staying here, for speaking. Listening to us speak, and even for staying here with your phone, like it's cool. Like we know how crypto conferences get. So thank you very much, and we'll update you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you for telling us your story and your project. Okay, very interesting.